Larry, what do you say we head up to Orlando where Raymond's calling in?
Let's go.
Go ahead, Raymond.
Hey, Larry, how are you?
We're doing good.
Larry, I have already had two cars that you have replaced the airbags in for me. This particular car I'm talking about is a 2014 ATS.
Okay.
So it would be a different one that you had replaced before. And the other cars, the reason for the replacement is that I bought the cars rebuilt, and I wanted to make sure the airbags are okay, and then you guys went in there and tore them apart and found out they weren't okay and replaced them. This newest one that I've got, or the latest one that I have to be replaced, I was just curious as to, are we having the same type of supply problems that existed before with airbags?
Now, are we talking about the air ride suspension, or are we talking about the safety restraint airbags inside the vehicle?
Yeah, inside the vehicle, the safety restraint bags. They're, with that dash and the side ones and the,
Okay. Do you have an
airbags?
Raymond, do you have an airbag light on now?
What do you mean airbag light? I don't know what that is.
Is there an airbag? Light illuminated on the dash.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
It is. I'm not using the car right now, but it is. It's one of my kids. So she's not driving it right now because she lives in New York and she doesn't need a car. So I was just curious as to when I bring it in, what would be the downtime waiting for to get airbags? Because I remember last time. It was a pretty good while. It was like 4 or 6 months or something like that before we could actually get them.
Some of this stuff, Raymond. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if GM will ever make it again. I'm telling you, if they're at a certain age, and computers, we have to send all of our bad computers that we get. We're getting we're getting stuff in that's 3 and 4 years old, and GM doesn't have computers for them. So we're having to find people and sending these things sometimes out of the country in order to get computers built for their vehicles to get them back on the road. Otherwise, the car is just worthless, it won't even run. So in this case here, I'd have to do some checking to see. But now, let me tell you, the good news is that I think on that Cadillac, everything is pretty much the same up through 16, which gives us a good area. So, if we need to, this is one of those things to where, an airbag, if that is the problem. See, there's control modules, there's impact sensors. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff cause light to come on other than the actual physical airbag itself. So it's got to be checked, and we have to diagnose that. But if it does need an airbag, an airbag lasts the life of a car unless it's been in an accident and deployed or something along those lines. And I understand the situation that you're in here with that. The vehicle's been in an accident. You don't know really the condition of the airbag restraint system. But the bottom line is, usually if I have to, Raymond, I can go and find those things used out of a salvage yard. We find one that's been hit in the side and totaled out, and and then you got to look at it like this. A lot of cars get totaled out because of airbag deployment, because the insurance companies don't want to spend the kind of money that it costs to replace them. And so you get into a situation like that, we find one that's been hit in the side or something like that, and the airbags haven't deployed. A lot of times we can get a used one. I have to do a little searching, to come up with it, but, we always have that option. And as, especially GM, as they've gotten to the point now where some of these parts are just so hard to get, or it takes so long to get them, we're at the mercy of a lot of the salvage yards now, because it's just they can't even get the parts to build the new cars with, let alone servicing parts for stuff that, is 6-7 years old. That's the last of their worries right now. They're not worried about you fixing your car. They're worried about building new ones so they can sell you another one. So, but that's kind of what we're up against, and hopefully they do have it. If they don't, like I said, I'll find it. I'll find it used if I need to. And I don't have a problem using a used airbag. You got to look at it like this. There's airbags in cars out here that are probably 25, 30 years old now. So, you know, and I guarantee you they'll still function because they're made out of a fiber material as opposed to a rubber, which would deteriorate. So I wouldn't have a problem using the used one if we can't find a new one. Raymond, thanks for your call, buddy.
Thank you so much, Raymond. That opens up a line for your question to be answered by Larry Perry, the magic mechanic himself. Call right now, 844-58.
Hi, folks. Larry Perry here. For automotive information, maybe you got automotive questions on cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Maybe you're thinking about maybe purchasing a used vehicle, and maybe you just want my opinion. Tune in to the Magic Mechanic radio show every Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. on wdbo.com. Also tune in to our Magic Mechanic YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. And we'll all get together, maybe fix a few cars while we're at it.